Actually, I should just ask you, how are you doing? Because watching that game, I'm thinking, hey, if I was on deadline like my old days covering the Chargers, I would have hated that game. And then it was like classic Chargers where they make it, interesting, but not classic Chargers because they actually won that game. And seeing some of the comments here on the Compas on the Beat live feed, it was a good crowd. It was really loud by
Yeah.
watching on at TV, at home, watching from the broadcast. So yeah, so it was a good environment, but for you as a beat reporter, Fernando, how did you survive that game?
Well, shout out to Robert, Senior Vivant, Jay. By the way, Jay, you said I hope Cam Hart can go versus Baltimore. As he was passing by, I'm like, "How are you doing?" And he just went, gave me a thumbs up.
Okay.
So, by the way, Athir's not happy with me because last night I said they can't be letting Lamar get free the way they kind of did Joe Burrow in that third and late in the third and
Oh,
fourth
he will
quarter.
run.
He's like, he's like, Lamar isn't anything, blah, 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 blah. He left me a comment. He's like, you never listen to a Thea or whatever. He's like, he's nothing. I'm like, wasn't this the same dude that was like, I'm sorry, blowing the Ravens last year? Like, he was on the Ravens
Start the show by
bandwagon.
attacking one of the listeners and viewers.
Sorry. Yeah.
I
No,
like that.
sorry. But he was the one that was on Team Ravens last year, and all of a sudden he's jumped
Yeah,
ship.
that is
So
true. Well, yeah,
I
well,
guess
that's what
Jim
happens when you
Harbaugh,
got Jim Harbaugh on your side. You win a
well,
game
yeah,
in
I
prime
don't know.
time.
But it was pretty interesting just because like at halftime, like I'm not gonna say names, but one of our compas goes, "I'm speechless right now," and I was like,
I
"Hold
know
on."
who.
He's like, "Why?" And I'm like, I was like, "That offense is like a firecracker. All they need is one opportunity." The thing that got me about that game though is in the first half, the Cincy had the ball on the Chargers 3-yard line twice. If they would have scored touchdowns, this game is completely different. And I'm talking about the outcome of the game. Like they would have had that lead that the Chargers had, and it would have been crazy for the Chargers to try and come back and win that game. I don't know if the Chargers are a comeback kind of team. I think they're kind of more of a punch you in the mouth, hold on for dear life, and try and win. But yesterday, I understand the Bengals threw for a bunch of yards. The Chargers didn't get a turnover, all that stuff. I completely understand that. But yesterday was an emphasis of what Jesse Minter's defense was. They bent, but they did not break. When the Charger and Jim Harbaugh said it after the game, when the Chargers needed the defense the most, they clamped down and they forced them to. Well, they've forced two missed field goals and then 2 punts in critical situations. And the offense did what the offense has done all year. In the first half, they're very good. In the second half, it kind of I don't know what happens when they go into the locker. Well, I do know. The other teams make adjustments. The Bengals linebackers started crowding the line of scrimmage. They started QB spying Justin Herbert. They were jamming receivers off of the line, not letting them be free the way they were. So they made adjustments. The Chargers just couldn't really go with those adjustments. Guys were dropping. There was a clear Joshua Palmer should have had a catch. He dropped it. Quentin Johnston had a couple of drops. So there's a lot of room for improvement, but yesterday was the first glimpse of, hey, they finally played a good team. They held on for dear life. They played
I
hard
don't know about
nosed.
good, but yeah, sorry.
Huh?
I don't know about
No,
being good,
that
but
offense is really good.
good offense, good offense. There you go.
That offense is really good. So I truly, I think that's the best offense you're going to face all year. If I'm being completely honest, the
Yeah,
firepower that they have at
we don't play
receiver.
Detroit, right? So we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not playing Detroit. So I really think that that yesterday kind of showed that that Jesse Minter's defense will hold on and they'll play well. Cam Hart's concussion was the reason why I felt like the defense kind of fell off a little bit, just because that dude's like that dude hits.
Yeah.
He's so long, all that. So that's just kind of my 2 cents to kind of start this out, that they did show some things, but there's a lot of flaws. That offense in the second half needs to get better. They went away from running the football. God only knows why. Gus Edwards had like, I think 4.5 yards per carry. JK ended up with 5.5, but it was off of that big. He had 2 big runs, but I don't know why they went away from Gus Edwards. Today, Jim Harbaugh said that they did not go against they did not go with Gus isn't injured. It's just that they felt like JK had the hot hand, but they weren't handing the football off. And I feel like that's what they need to learn. They need to be able to run the football and kind of put the pressure on the defense. But there's just some things they need to clean up. But I thought yesterday was actually their best win of the season, and I think moving forward that could catapult them to the next level. Even though they have a tough 5-game stretch. Obviously, it started yesterday, but now they have
Yeah.
more tough ones.
Yeah, there's so much to say, and I thought you put it perfectly on the defense because you could maybe say, well, the defense kind of went to crap in the second half, but those stops in the fourth quarter, that's the difference between the Ravens who would like to score a lot of points. Like you got to get some clutch, stops at the end to give your team an opportunity to come back or weather the storm or whatever. So even to the point where you force them to get that high explosive offense to kick field goals and have put it on Evan McPherson, even that was a win. He missed both of them. So yeah, maybe the first half was a good defensive performance, but don't discredit the second half because there were so many clutch plays, clutch stops that you need come the playoffs. You need when you're facing Baltimore Ravens next week. And maybe you could say, maybe the Ravens could be better than the Bengals offense because they did beat them twice, Fernando. But I get it, the quarterback is better than Joe Burrow. I don't know if that's a hot take, but he is. But they have Derrick Henry. So you guys will talk about that during What's Up Bolts. But the thing I want to focus on, and it could be probably premature to say the whole charging, whatever you want to call that crap, days are over. But it was a step in the right direction. That game felt like Jacksonville. That game felt like a lot of games that I covered when I was the beat reporter for the Chargers. Many of the games you covered in the past, 8, 9 years, 10 years, whatever it is, Fernando. So they could have easily folded. They could have easily said, here we go again. What happened? Things like that, but they didn't. So it was a bonkers game, and when you needed one more opportunity, one more play, like to win the game, like we saw it in the Baltimore Pittsburgh game, they got there, they tied, they almost were going to tie the game. They got the stop on the two-point conversion for Pittsburgh. For the Chargers, they capitalized. They got there. Lat McConkey a catch, and then J.K. Dobbins rushing play. So again, there was so much to talk about. But to see McConkey grow up, to see J.K. Dobbins make that game-winning run. Things like that you get used to, that you get to that winning culture of winning close games under Jim Harbaugh, and that's the reason they got Jim Harbaugh. So honestly, Jim Harbaugh could quickly fix like this running games, defense, offensive lines, but the attacking the whole Chargers losing in the fourth quarter thing is a whole different beast, and he grabbed it by the horns, and only Jim Harbaugh could do that and fix it.
By the way, I was about to block this person because I thought it was one of these watch Monday Night Football tonight. But look at this. Paid ref number 3, $500 for a pass interference, $250 for holding. I accept Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. Lock in your penalty.
Did Kansas City not pay yesterday? What happened, Kansas City?
I know, for real. That is actually really good. Paid ref, welcome. I don't know if we've ever seen you before in here.
We
but
saw him on a Thursday at which game it was. I forgot, Victor. But recently there was a controversy.
Jorge, you better not be using a picture of me. What the hell is that? He said that his merch arrived, and that
I was gonna say,
appreciate it.
Okay,
hoodies are dope, my fellow compadres. Everybody, go check out the merch store.
Nice.
We got some good stuff. You look, one of your own, Jorge, says that it's awesome. So make sure you guys check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button. There's 24 people in here. Please hit the like button. That does a lot for us. You guys have been really good on What's Up Bolts and Compas on the Beat. You guys have been awesome with the like button. That definitely helps us out. So please smash that like button. But the first half was really, man, Quentin Johnson keeps on getting open for those touchdowns. That throw by Herbert was impressive. Across his body, like fitting it in between a linebacker and a safety, like right in the perfect spot.
Will Disley one too. Like I forgot about it because so much happened in the second half.
Yeah. Oh, Gilbert, Senor Vivmoz asking, what does a shipping to Canada look like?
I don't know, but let me take a look. I'm guessing it's not that far off. Honestly, it might be the same thing as the US Moy. Maybe like $10. Is that a lot? I don't know.
Senor Rivmo, I don't know if you'll get it. Your president isn't accepting any immigrants anymore, according to some reports that I saw today. So I don't know if you're going to be able to get that hoodie. No, I'm just kidding, Senor Rivmo. I'm just
give it a try and let me know if it's too much, Moy. I'll try to work something out.
But so obviously, no, Jorge, you ain't gonna ever see this shirtless. I'm just saying that right now. But and Jay is right here. I want to call you Hugh, but because his name was Hugh and now it's Jay. that's one thing I haven't liked. They're reverting sometimes back to Quentin Johnston being oh, Jorge, damn. No, I don't know, Jorge. That one actually would be I don't know. Oh yeah, and Robert's right. His both feet were off the field. Like he was in midair when he threw that.
And
But
Robert, by the way, I picked the Chargers, so so much for that curse, right? They held on. That wasn't my fault.
but going back to they can't be throwing jump balls to Quinn. I thought what they were Jorge, I am considering it. I thought what Herbert was seeing is that they were leaving Quentin open over the top. And for some reason, either he wasn't getting the speed that Quentin has and wasn't dropping it over the top. There was 2 plays where the cornerbacks did. Every time the cornerback did a really good job kind of to knock it down. But I just, they need to stop doing that. They need to run the football more, I thought. But again, an impressive win. I like you am not like you said, step in the right direction, but there's still a lot that they need to do. We need to see this to end the season, and then in the playoffs, what happens?
You get 27-6, put them away in the third quarter. How about
right
that?
now? Yeah, exactly. Right now, only Compas. Right now, though, they would go to Houston because of the 15. See, this is the crazy
they play
part.
Right now. We'll see how they look.
If the Chargers beat Baltimore, they have a 2-game lead now with the 5th wild card spot, because Baltimore would fall to 6-5 or 7-5.
They're 7-4 right now. So yeah, 7-5.
You're
right.
fall to
The
7-5
game Monday could be made for the 5th seed. I know it's pretty early, but like we mentioned, like the 6 out of 7 seeds are kind of already spoken for.
Exactly. So they have a lot to clean up. Like I said, as long like if Cam Hart can play. I wonder, Asante, I mean, I saw him yesterday. He didn't have a sling. He didn't have anything. So I'm wondering if maybe he's close to coming back. By the way, everything that they did yesterday, because Joey Bosa deserved a lot of credit for, I think, yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think enough people are talking about it.
Consistent
8 pressures and 5 knockdowns. He should have had 4 sacks. Like there was 4 of them where he had Burrow, and Burrow like got rid of it or threw it backwards or started doing like that. But
intentional grounding should have counted as a sack pretty much.
Yeah, it should have. There was multiple times where Bosa was getting at him, but yesterday was the first game that Joey played where he played the full game. Thule has emerged 7 sacks in the last 4 games. And then there was another stat that I had. And then you did it all without Senor Vivement, your daughter. Tell her we say hi. And she says hi to my friends on the radio.
Hello.
Tell her we appreciate it. But just going back to what we were what I was saying is, shoot, what was I saying? I forgot. But basically yesterday was a long day. Oh, Bose, thank you. But the thing is that they did this all without Khalil Mack, and that was the most impressive part about yesterday.
Yeah, he looked pretty involved in the game plan. He was like with the headset on and everything.
Oh yeah. And I kind of wanted to ask about that, but Khalil left. I was like, I was going to talk to you. He goes, not today. And he was going in the golf cart with Chief. I was like, damn. But yeah. So and I wrote about this, and I said if Joey Bosa, who, let's be honest, in the past has been a pessimist, like he's like, every time I see something like this happening, I'm like, oh crap, here we go again. So if Joey was kind of the one that is buying in, and he's like, this feels different, then, and he's the longest tenured Charger right now. So he, if he feels like something's changing, I mean, that means it's.
I thought it meant something a lot too, Fernando. Your video with Deion Henley, where he said it's a different team. I'm like, this guy's been around for like only a year, and he's saying it feels different because I think people know, the past mistakes, the past failures, the reputation this team has. Like he wants to go in there and fix it. So even the veterans have, actually felt the pain over the years, and even the newcomers want to fix it. I think that says a lot. Like, I think Brandon Staley tried that approach to not keep it hush hush, not talk about it. He wanted to attack this so-called curse here, and he didn't really go about it the same way. But Jim Harbaugh, who's been around the franchise, was a quarterback, knows how to rebuild projects, he knows how to attack and change things quickly. I think that's maybe the best approach. Like, don't be afraid from your past mistakes, learn from it, And I really want to say what happened is like a full cleanse. I told your brother when I was giving him crap yesterday in the group text, like you need a game that was just bat crap, or I can say it now, bat shit crazy. A bunch of crap occurred to have a full cleanse to get all that the past failures out of your system and finally move on to this Jim Harbaugh era. And I'll say it again for now because he keeps proving me wrong. I kept saying 2-year plan for Jim Harbaugh, but he's light years ahead already, fixing the running game, fixing the defense, and then this one game. You don't think it meant a lot for this franchise to, you know, meet some demons, face them in the eyes, and said, "See you later. We're going to win this game here." Obviously, you're rushing it, but to be 7-3 and do fix a lot of these things that were pretty bad a year ago, I think it says a lot about him.
No, I completely agree. I just
You're going for a reason. I want to hear it.
I would just wait. Like,
yeah,
I get it. Like, I also feel like yesterday was kind of a bit of a turning point, but at the same time, they also need to how do I want to put this? They still have a lot of areas. Like, yesterday was weird that what's his name wasn't it was weird that what's his name wasn't that he was a healthy scratch. What's his name? DJ Chark. That's a little weird in my opinion. Then
why do they keep trying to make him a thing though? I feel like, is that really gonna
happen?
Well,
no, because like he was built, like, remember what I told you? He was built as a he was billed as, we don't need to go get anybody. We have him. Like, we have receivers, we have guys, and they ended up not. He's been a healthy scratch. He's only played one snap as a Charger.
I kind of like it. They're going with the young guys and let them kind of learn from their mistakes.
Jalen, I mean, and I understand people are.
I don't know why he's playing, but yeah,
Jalen Reagor, like,
I don't know about him.
Jalen Reagor kind of stretches the field out a little bit, so people, like, they start noticing him down the field. They're going with Darius Davis, but I do feel like you kind of do need a DJ Chark in a sense. Like, for the stuff that I've seen in the past, maybe he's not that player anymore.
Yeah,
but you're gonna need something because Josh Palmer is only giving you 2 catches a game.
Yeah, he's a distant
it's
third.
Literally,
he's gonna be the number 1 wide receiver. He's not that.
I know. It's literally Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, and Will Disley giving you everything on the. I'm just being serious. Like, here we go.
He's pretty good.
Here he is. But Athier is here. But yeah, I just and we'll move on to it. But I'm really interested to see what they do moving forward, because they're gonna play good teams. I'm of the you saw that stat about whenever a team plays the Pittsburgh Steelers, they lose the next week.
Oh, it's kind of like the Detroit stat. Yeah, there you go.
So
but it's also a stat when the Ravens lose, they're pretty pissed off and destroy the week after that.
But yeah, no, that game on Monday is going to be crazy. Like, did the Chargers use up all their Did they use up all their like everything on Sunday? Are the Ravens going to be pissed off, or are they kind of that defense is really bad? Even though I know that they stopped Russell Wilson yesterday, or they slowed him down, but that defense is still pretty bad. I don't know. This Monday is going to be really interesting.
Well, you're leading into my takeaways because I do want to
we'll get into that. Last thing before we go, when we move on, I wanted to share this. Today is friend of the show, because I mean, we've interviewed him before. Deion Henley's birthday, but look at what Jim Harbaugh texted him. Happy birthday, Deion. Congrats on punching your ticket to another trip around the sun. Sunglass emojis, 100%. Happy birthday. Make it a great day, a great week, a great month, and a great year. Also, keep attacking each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Nobody does it better. Bolt up. Enjoy, Jim. And then I think it's a GIF of the sun going, of the earth going around the sun. I
will save all those messages and screenshot them, or just make a book out of it.
I would never delete those text messages.
Did I ever tell you what
Deion? It says delivered from Deion, so I wonder what Deion had texted him before. That'd be interesting.
Did I ever tell you my Evander Holyfield story?
Ooh, I actually do want to hear this.
I might have told you this, but when I used to work in Las Vegas and I got an opportunity to interview Evander Holyfield, the real deal Holyfield. So we were texting for a story, And it got to a point where I got into his daily morning Christian worship message chain text messages. So every morning I woke up to Evander Holyfield texting me something about the Bible or have a blessed day, this and that. I'm like, I thought it was cool. Cool. Evander Holyfield talking to me having a blessed day. Why not? But
There you
I
go.
got off the email or the text chain because it stopped happening after like 5 or 6 months. I don't know what happened.
You probably pissed him off.
Maybe.
Um, I do, Jorge. I do feel better about the Chargers' chances against Baltimore than I did their chances against. Oh my God, Jorge, dude! I get those messages from my friend's mom. Jesus,
The
I,
Facebook ones that they copy and paste.
yeah, I feel more confident about the Chargers' chances against the Ravens than I did against the Bengals. I thought the Bengals were going to be a lot more difficult just because
Really,
of that.
even though the Bengals lost to the Ravens twice.
Yeah, that dude, I'm telling you, that offense is like it should have like that offense annihilates you. And I understand the Ravens kind of like fought back against it, but here it's going to be out in LA. They're not going to have their home crowd behind them. That's I don't know. Going to Pittsburgh and then going to LA, I think it's going to be really tough. Going up against Mike Tomlin and then Jim Harbaugh, I think that's going to be really tough. I'm interested to see if Jim pulls out something interesting against his brother, like something he's never even seen. So for their defense, Jorge, for their defense, not as a whole, for their defense.